Hi, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Nicholas, and I'm going to be your art teacher this year. I'm sure some of you know me from last year. If you're in 6th grade, you probably, even if you didn't have me for class, you've probably seen me before. But I really wanted to make a video where you could see my face. Since we're all wearing masks, I thought it might be nice to start off just seeing exactly who your teacher is, see my whole face, and kind of go over the rules so that you can get familiar with how the art room works. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing is that you probably noticed is that the layout of my room is a little bit different, right? I have my tables all pushed apart. There are way fewer chairs in here, and it just kind of like, it looks a little different, right? And that is obviously to keep everybody's social distance, to keep everybody safe. So notice on the layout on my screen that you can see there are all of those green dots. And the green dot is for where a student is supposed to be seated. So if you're at one of the bigger tables with 2 students, you might wonder sometimes, should my chair be over here? Should my chair be over there? You want to look for that green dot. I even have them taped to the tables, okay? So sometimes they're on like the front side of the table, so you might have to kind of like look under the edge of the table. And some spots I even have them on top of the table. So look for that green dot, and wherever that is exactly where you want your chair to be so that we can all be spaced out and be safe in social distancing throughout art class, okay? All right. So now let's move on to the rules. The rules of the art room are very simple. The first one is about your attitude. Your attitude is a choice, and I choose every day to try to have a really good positive attitude for you guys. And I'm asking you to try to choose to have that good positive attitude for me too, and for your classmates so that we can have a good class every single time. The next one is respect. Respect yourself, respect everyone around you, all of your classmates and your teachers, and respect the property. Respect the furniture, respect the building, respect all of the art supplies in the classroom. And those are the keys to the castle. Respect yourself, others, and property. So if you haven't heard those before, you're going to hear them again. All right, I ask that you try your best in every single class. I do not expect any student to be perfect. You are coming to school because you are learning new things. So I actually expect that you're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. I never, again, expect perfection from anybody. All I'm asking is that you're trying your best, that you're putting in that really good effort to try to learn something new. And that means making mistakes along the way. Next one is you want to imagine, be creative. That's really important in art, right? Having your creativity. Stay seated and safe. You know, I always have this rule on my list of rules, but it's extra important this year. Okay, so everybody has that assigned seat next to their green dot, and I need you guys to stay in that assigned seat unless you've asked me, you've raised your hand, and I've called on you for you to go somewhere else in the classroom or to the bathroom or wherever it is that you need to go. So it's extra important that you stay seated and safe, you know, to social distance. But also, if students are up just walking around the classroom all the time, you're probably not going to be getting much work done. And then if I'm trying to walk around the classroom and help students with different things, you know, I might run into you, right? Which has happened actually, okay? So stay seated and safe. Talk quietly when allowed. I really want to enforce that. You know, when you guys are in this classroom, you're here to learn just like any other classroom, and you're here to make art. And if you're talking with your friend really loud and you're just so focused on that conversation, you're probably not going to get that much art making accomplished. So, you know, I understand if you need to like ask somebody for something, or you need to say, how do I do this again? You know, I get it. You know, we need to talk sometimes. But you want to keep the level of volume down so that everybody's able to focus and everybody can try their best and accomplish some really cool things while we're here in class. And if you take a look on the left-hand side, you can see it spells out the word artist, because that's what you guys all are when you're here in the classroom and when you leave the classroom. I know some people don't feel like they're very good at art, but you are, right? You're just learning, okay? You guys are all artists. Just wanted to review grading with you guys here in art. You will be given not A, B, C letters. You will be given an O, S, or U for outstanding, satisfactory, or unsatisfactory. So an A is like an O, and this is the same as your specials have always been graded, okay? This year grading will be a little bit different. It's going to be simplified quite a bit, and you will be graded mostly on participation, and that just means like being here in class and doing, whatever assignment I've given to you, and effort, So remember, back to that one rule, try your best. It's okay if you're not doing something perfectly. I never expect that. But I just want to see, are you trying? Are you making, are you sitting there and really working hard? Or are you just sitting there staring off into space through class, So that is really important for your grade this year. This year is less about grading your projects on did you finish them the whole way? Because I don't know that we're going to have time for everybody to finish every single project, okay? So if you don't finish a project in class, don't freak out. I will send that project home with you. I'm not going to keep any of your projects this year. I'm going to send them all home with you, and then you can finish them at home, okay? So again, put in that best effort always. It's really important. These ones are new. Always stay seated to social distance. I already went over that. Remember the green dot. Stay by your green dot. And then keep your mask on until your break. So we will be taking a 10-minute break, a 10-minute mask break in class. But to do that, you have to be seated in your seat, okay? And I really recommend that when we're taking those mask breaks, that we're not touching our face, okay? If you have an itch or, you need to go blow your nose or something like that, I get it, right? We're human. So you got to do what you got to do, but make sure that you wash your hands when you're done or you use some hand sanitizer. So if you look in the back of my classroom, you can see I have 2 big sinks. I have soap dispensers, I have paper towels, and somewhere in the classroom I should have hand sanitizer for you as well. You might even have your own. So keep those things in mind. That really goes even when your mask is on. You don't want to be sticking your hands under there and touching your face, right? We're going to try to not do that, and if you have to, just wash your hands. All right, some other helpful tips. This is simple. Raise your hand in class when you have something to say. I always go over that though, because sometimes students come to the art room and it is different in here, right? You're at tables instead of desks. We're doing projects instead of, working on worksheets and different things. It's just a different kind of class, which is, I think, the best. But, sometimes when students come into the art room, they forget all of those basic things, like raising your hand when you have something to say. But I want to remind you that I still need you to do that, right? So if you have something to say, by all means, raise your hand. And when I call on you, it is all your turn to speak, okay? I ask everybody to wait patiently for me to help you. I do my best to get to everybody. I can't be there always the second that you need me. So just try to stay patient, because if you're upset, I might even wait a little longer to help you so that you cool down, okay? So try to stay patient. I will do my best to get to you quickly. Manners are huge. I love good manners. You can see there's please, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, all of those things. I love that when students are talking to me, but I also love to hear them when students are talking to each other. If you need something from across the table or whatever it is that you need, excuse me, so-and-so, could you please pass me that? So using those manners, it is just so refreshing to hear students using manners all the time. And then the last one on there, everyone helps to clean up, right? We're going to be making messes. I need your help. Okay, this one's new. You're going to do this in my classroom. You're going to do this in all classrooms. So if it seems new now, you're going to get used to it. Don't worry. If you look near the green dot where you're seated, there should also be a QR code somewhere near there. Okay, instead of signing out if you need to go to the bathroom or, to the nurse or to the office, right? Instead of signing out like we used to do on a piece of paper and everybody touching the same pen, what's so cool is that everybody got iPads this year. So you guys are going to take your iPad and you're going to open up the camera and you're going to hold your camera up to that QR code, and it will ask you at the top, do you want to go to this link? And you want to click on that link that pops up and you want to go there, and it takes you to a Google form. It's so simple. All you need to know is your name and where are you going, okay? So it's like first name, last name, and then where are you going? And then when you get back, you want to do the same thing. You want to sign back in to the classroom so that I can keep track of where people are at all times, right? Because it's really just all about your safety, okay? All right, so really quickly, let's kind of look around the classroom. So up front, you can see I have a brand new Promethean board. I'm really excited about it. I don't know entirely how to use it yet, but I'm working on it. I have all my tables in the classroom. We already talked about those. You guys came in through the classroom entrance, obviously, but you'll see some other doors in the classroom. That red door, I can't open, okay? If you ever wonder what's in there, there's nothing in there for us. There's like a machinery in there that operates the elevator. Yes, there's an elevator in Hillcrest. It takes you up to the second floor if you're on crutches or in a wheelchair and you can't physically walk up those steps. That's what's in there. I don't even have a key. Then you can see I have another door in the back of my classroom. That's the supply closet. You never need to go in there for anything, so don't even think about it, okay? You can see I have cubbies in the back for each of the classes. So sometimes if I need to store your items, just like overnight, that's where they will be. I have those two big awesome sinks in the back. We already talked about that. You can see in the other corner, I have my drying rack. That's that big piece of furniture with that has all the wires. That's where wet artwork will go to dry. You can see my beautiful view of the entire campus, right, from here at Hillcrest. And then you can see my teacher desk up here at the front, okay? Okay, so that's basically it. There are pencils located on a shelf over near the front door, but I am asking that you guys bring your pencil case with you to every class along with your iPad this year. So that's something new so that we don't all have to be sharing the same pencils. Now, if you forget your pencil case, I got you covered, but if you can try to bring that, you could bring colored pencils with you too and regular pencils. It would be cool if you could also bring scissors and maybe even a glue stick. But if that's not possible, I do have those things, but I want you guys to try to bring them so we can cut down on sharing supplies, okay? It also says on there, don't open any drawers or cabinets in the classroom unless I tell you to. And then we will go over a fire drill some other time, okay? All right, so these are my dogs, Max and Walker. Max is my chocolate lab, Walker is my yellow lab. Just want you to see a cute picture of them to hopefully brighten your day. And I want you to take a second and think if you have any questions, and now is the time that I will answer those. All right, boys and girls, let's have a great year.